Hello everyone, and welcome to Bristol, Tennessee City Schools show, It's About Kids. My name is Rebecca Craddock, Communications Coordinator for BTCS. We are filming our show today at Fairmount Elementary School to learn about an award-winning program that's been developed here at the school. My guest today, first of all, is Beth Link, and she is a teacher here at Fairmount. Welcome, Beth, and thank you so much for joining us. So in education, as in all areas of our lives, we tend to speak in acronyms. And today we're here to talk about RTI-2B and DAB, as in DAB. What do those acronyms stand for?
RTI-2B stands for Response to Intervention and Behavior. That's how it's different than the academics. At Fairmount, DAB stands for Demonstrating Awesome Behavior, and that's our program that we use to reward students who are doing what they're supposed to all the time and to help kids who are struggling to follow expectations make better choices and restore themselves in our classrooms.
Okay, so walk me through a scenario in which you have observed how DAB has made an impact on a specific student in your school.
I actually have two examples in my classroom just this year. I have one student at the very beginning of the year, probably the first 10 words he said to me were, "I'm no good, I don't get to go to the DAB party." And so from there I've been able to work with him with the restorative practices to show him that, so you messed up last year. That doesn't mean this year's gone too. We have worked really hard, and I'm not going to pretend that every day's been perfect because that's absolutely not true. But he's on track to get to go this year. He's had a couple of hiccups along the way, but it's all about reteaching. And obviously, from what I said in the beginning, it was totally a self-esteem thing too. And so we're working through the whole child, whereas before maybe we might have been a little more punitive, like, oh, you did this, so this is going to happen. So instead we help kids work through the whole process. And another example that I had two boys that I caught very close to a fight. And by the time I sat them down and talked to both of them, they weren't even upset about the same problem. And just talking them through their actions and their reactions, they both walked away and ended up laughing about it. And so I feel like that's a really big difference, because if I would have just seen the initial, oh, you two are fighting, you're going to the office, and been done with it, I wouldn't have realized that they were both in very different places, and they both needed a different Miss Link at that time. This one needed friend Miss Link to sit down and eat lunch with him, and the other one needed me to, just reassure him that things were going to be okay because something crazy had happened at home the night before. And if I wouldn't have taken the time to look at what the problem really was, I never would have known that. And those two boys would have been immediately out of the DAB party because they got in a fight. So it's really about restoring harmony in your classroom. But with the kid, it doesn't just end at 3:30. We want them to learn better choices for life too.
I love those examples, and I love that you showed how you responded differently than maybe you would have before as a result of the DAB program. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being willing to share that with us.
Thanks for having me.
Great. When we come back, we're going to talk with another teacher who is going to share her experiences with the DAB program, and we hope you'll join us.